To make a badge image, what we need to do is start with a blank Google drawing. Now, before you bail on me, know that this is actually really easy. I'm not an artist and I can do it pretty easily, so just follow along. The first thing is we need to uniform our badge sizes so you don't have super big ones or super small ones when your kids are claiming them. So the first thing to do is go to File, and then go down here to Page Setup. And from Page Setup, go to Custom, and instead of inches, select pixels. And a really good size we found is just 512 by 512. Click OK and you'll notice that gives you a perfect square. Now I always recommend starting with an image. So I'm going to go to Insert, Image, and I just like using the Google search feature because I know it's going to search for an image that I can use and have commercial license to use it. So I'm going to do just search discussion because I'm doing that math discussion badge. And just scroll down until you find an image that you like that you want to use for your badge. Now this image is great and a good start, but it doesn't actually say anything about the badge. So I'm going to go Insert. I'm going to use the Shape tool to create a rectangle with curved edges. I'm just going to click and drag that down here at the bottom like this. Drag it down so it's a little bit out of the way. And notice that when you're using Google Drawings, if you draw a shape around, these red guidelines show up so I can see if this shape is perfectly centered. And if you double click, you can actually start typing. So I'm going to call this First Math Discussion, just like I did earlier. Now this doesn't look very nice, so I'm going to use some of my formatting tools to make this look a little better, such as Align Center. That looks better. Let's make the font bigger. Maybe even a little bigger than that. Let's change the font from Arial to something maybe a little more exciting. And then let's change the box color so it's more interesting. There we go. And this is a level 5 badge, so I'd like to communicate that somehow on the badge. So what I'm going to do on this particular image, I'm going to use the text box here. And I'm just going to type in level 1. And again, let's make the font a little interesting. You can change the size if it's a little too small. There, and that only took me a few seconds to make. And of course you could add other images or other shapes, or you can even check out word art. That's a really fun thing to add. But let's just use this one for now. So in order to use this, I first want to make sure I have a name for it so I don't get my badges confused. So I'm going to rename my Google Drawing. And then I'm going to go to File, and down here towards the middle is Publish to the Web. And what I want to do is I want to publish this as a link. So go ahead and click the blue Publish button. You'll get a notification saying, hey, are you sure you want to publish this? Because basically you're making it available to anyone on the internet. So don't use your own personal picture. And then you're going to get a URL here, which is what we're going to use for the teacher template for the badge. So you're going to copy that URL. And let's go back to the teacher template where we had started to create that badge. We have everything filled in except for this part where it says URL. If I go ahead and paste in that URL from Google Drawings, what happens is we use a formula here in Google Sheets to display that image. So as soon as it's done calculating the formulas, that image will display. And there it is. So now watch the video on how kids can earn this badge.